Time for me to get off my lazy bumhole today. My lazy bumhole. Turning off this Poxy air conditioner, and I'm going to turn off my Poxy TV. But if there's one thing I've noticed with this phone, and it really pisses me off, is that I can't answer the phone without it freezing. So when I answer the phone, it physically freezes. It just stops working. It locks up. So when it locks, it just stops working altogether. Stupid bloody thing. My hair's another problem too. It always gets knotty. Always ends up in a whole mangle of matted dog hair. It's like dog hair. It mats up. It just mats up. Oh, bloody shit. But anyway, when I'm using my phone and I try to answer a call, it works. But when I want to hang up the phone, it just completely freezes, so it won't even... So it works fine, and then when I answer the phone, or like when I'm trying to ring someone, that's when it freezes up. Stupid bloody thing. So yeah, it freezes up, the stupid bastard of a thing. God. Right. So, I started painting yesterday, and some busybody that I know had to watch the painting. They just had to watch it and then have a cup of coffee, which I found it was alright to have coffee, but at the same time I wanted to be on my own doing art and craft all on my own. I didn't need someone else hovering over me and bloody watching me, but they had to see how I painted, because fair enough, sighted people who don't know what blind people are like have to see what goes on, so fine. But yeah, but always an if and a but to everything, isn't there?
-0.0999999 dB.
Everything.
0 dB.
I don't know what happened there, it stopped working. When I went into the calendar, my recording stopped working. Like, what? It doesn't work in background apps. It needs to be updated, needs to be fixed, because I've got background apps recording switched on, not switched off. Oh damn! So anyway, I've got O&M on the 11th of September. That's when I'm going to find out. That's when I'm going to find out about when I'll actually get my Braille display and talking scanner. Oh yes, I can't wait. Really can't wait. Honestly can't wait at all. Oh my God. I cannot wait. I'll be posting this recording up on Twitter as well for you guys who want to listen to it. So yeah, watch this space. When I upload this recording, I'll be putting a couple of recordings that I did, one yesterday and this current one now, onto Twitter. Yes, good old Twitter. Good old Twitter. Oh, I'm making myself choke. Yuck. Good old coffee and art and craft. I want to do some more painting this afternoon. I want to put some glitter paint on top of the... Oh crap, how am I going to touch the... Oh shit. How am I going to touch the box without accidentally contaminating the side of the box? For example, when I touch the top of the box to feel where the glitter paint is, then I will have to... I will have to... Jesus. I will have to somehow touch the box without fucking up the rest of my design. Damn. I might make it easy today if I just put a letter M on the box and then a flower underneath it. The next one I do, I might do a bit more complicated and so forth until I get really good at it. Because I'm concerned if I try something complicated today, I'll really stuff it up. So I'll just do a letter M and like a little flower thing under it and a love heart or whatever I want to do. And then, oh yeah, I could glue stuff to the box too. I could decorate the bloody thing. That'll be my next project, box decoration. I'll be using craft glue to decorate the box or whatever I choose to decorate. And you know how people have posters with printouts of stuff on the posters? Well, I'd have posters with braille stuff, braille and tactile stuff on the poster instead of printed tactile and braille, which will be fucking awesome. And even if I get some printed diagrams blown up into 3D puff diagrams, whatever they're called, it's the paper that blows up and it makes puffed up diagrams, which will be pretty bloody good. But yeah, on the poster I can do braille and tactile stuff instead of print and, you know, printed stickers and printed pictures. I can do actual tactile stuff. Bloody amazing. And I'll be making tactile cards too. Someone will like them. I know who will like them. Somebody I know will like it. But yeah, I've got to do some more art this afternoon. Probably any time from now, I think. But I'd rather wait until I'm sure that that box is dry properly. I have to be bloody sure that it's dry. It's pretty good now, but I want to wait for it to set a bit more. And then do something easy with the glitter paint. And then let it dry off for 24 hours and then, wow, it'll be all good. And then I'll be doing the other box. I'm probably going to do it knowing someone I know, they're fussy enough to just want blue paint, blue this, blue that, blue everything else. I don't think they want any rainbow coloured stuff. But I might have to make a multicoloured multicoloured box for them. And actually I might get someone I know another make your own bear and put it in a box and paint that. And make it look like the bear's swimming in the ocean. Make it look really nice. Might do that. That just gives me an idea for a bloody Christmas present then. Wow. Wow. That just got me thinking. I know they'll like that. I can't tell them though, because they will find out. The other thing I could possibly do too is get an empty... that just got me thinking. Just got me thinking. Don't know how it would work, but you know how you do paper mache balloons? I could do a paper mache of a beer bottle and put chocolate in it, like alcoholic chocolates, and give that to someone. Thing is, oh God, I'd have to use, I could make flour and water paste, which would be natural glue that's not toxic. I could use that, so when I drop the flowers in there, it won't be contaminated by poison. It'll just be chocolates in a wrapper. Anyway, I'm just thinking of some ideas for some people. Thinking of some ideas. So that was my late breakfast. God. Oh dear. At least I'm making more space in the freezer. That's the good news. I'm thinking tomorrow when I do pastries, I can't talk too loud. No, I won't say anything yet. No. I'm making a little surprise tomorrow and I don't want anybody to hear it and then tell everyone that I know what I'm doing, because then that will spoil the surprise. Oh dear. Ew. What I will be making at some point is those pasties. You cut a pastry sheet in two, so you cut in half and then you use half of that to make your pastry, your pasty. You chuck it over, you chuck both sides in on top of one another and then tuck the ends in. If that makes any sense. But if I don't do that successfully, I'll just you can make square shapes of puff pastry with stuffing in it, like savoury mince, or you can make, you know how you make spaghetti bog for lasagna and pasta and that? You do the same thing, you make a spaghetti sauce and you put that in pastry. It doesn't have to be pasta. You can literally stuff pastry with spaghetti sauce that you make. Or you can make the same as, say, a pie mix. Like when you're making pies, you make that and you put it in pastry and you make it into a pasty or a square or triangle instead of a pie, and you stuff it like that and cook it. I think you've got to cook the mince first though. I think you've got to cook the mince first until it's fried, and then you put it into the pastry, and I think you've got to add whatever sauces you want into the filling, because that way it'll all heat up in the pastries. And you could even make, instead of making quiche, you could mix bacon, egg, onion, tomatoes, whatever together, and then you put that into a pastry, so it's like stuffed pastry rather than quiche. Yum! Or you do what other people do, and you make pizza, and then you roll it up from the bottom to the top. You roll it up, and then you cut those rolls into sections. Then you bake them. They're like mini sausage rolls. Yum. Or I could make sausage rolls.
YouTube. Now, Corey Gilshuster. Israelis. Would you have an speech off?
I could use sausage mince, ground sausage mince, onion, whatever vegetables, really shredded. You can even buy shredded carrot in a packet and use shredded carrot. Whatever you wanted to use. It's better off if you have the carrot ground up into tiny pieces. And then you put in a bit of garlic, a bit of olive oil, about a tablespoon or two of olive oil. And then you have it all mixed together. Then you blend in, you whisk, you whisk in 1 egg and I don't know if you should put milk in it. No, just do 1 egg. You whisk it in. You do 1 egg for every pound of mince, so 2 eggs for a kilogram of mince and 1 egg for half a kilo of mince. So, and if you're not really into eggs, you could just do 1 egg for 1 kilogram of mince, but the egg, when you whisk it, then you mix it through the mince or the sausage roll mixture, it makes it stick together. So you want at least 1 egg, at least. Just use 1 egg for a bit of mince, and then you make your sausage rolls. And then bake them for as long as it takes to actually bake a sausage roll. You want to bake them for at least 40 minutes to make the raw meat cook properly. which is why it needs to be all ground up and then rolled into a roll. But yeah, once it's all ground up, you know it's going to cook properly. And then, yeah, then you eat it. Yum. But I don't buy Woolworths or Coles of any type pastries no more. I get the sheets of pastry and I make it myself at home. You can make your own pastry too, but I choose not to do that because it's very sticky and very hard to make. And when I'm working with store-bought pastry that's thawed, it's very sticky and stretchy and breakable. And when you thin it out, you got to press it down and re-even the thin surface. So where you've thinned it, you've got to pull some pastry gently back over it and reshape it straight away. Otherwise it fucks up. And to stretch pastry over a filling without wrecking it is difficult. You can do it. It just takes practice. And you just can't overfill your pastries. You have to have it full enough to be a good filling, but not to overstretch the pastry mix, the pastry mixture. So yeah, I think store-bought pastry is great to work with if you know how to handle it. Otherwise, don't use it. But I think pastry is good fun to play with. All you do is gently press the pastry over the filling without pressing it hard. Just roll it over the filling. Well, roll it over or take up the edge and gently place it over and very carefully seal the pastry around it and use milk or egg as a basting binding agent and a basting agent. And then you make sure the pastry is sealed and then tip it over onto a tray with the seal side down and tuck any loose edges in and press it on and baste the exposed edges to keep them sealed up. And then turn that into a shape. It could be a circle, a triangle, a square, a little ball, a pastry ball. It could be anything. And then cook them, bake them. I like to make discs, like pastry discs. Yum. They're very hard to work into a disc. They've got to be flat yet thick and round and supple and very concrete to touch. So they're soft but they're concrete, meaning that when they're baking, the food isn't all going to come out everywhere. A little bit of leakage may occur, but not the whole lot. So, yeah. I'm just glad I can use Uber Eats to order Baker's Delight stuff, because yeah, it's really good. It's extremely good having fresh bread all the time, and bread rolls if I want them, and any other sweets. But if I can do homemade cooking, all the better. Well, it's peaceful and quiet, so I might get going, and don't know what else I'll get up to, but I know I'll get up to something. So I guess until then, I will speak to you guys later.